Boulder's no stranger to wildlife and the work that goes on to keep residents and animals safe. Our very own producer Marcy Cox took a ride with the city's Animal Protection Department and learned what the Animal Protection Team does every day.
My name is Taylor Barnes. I work for Boulder Police Animal Protection. The most exciting thing about my job, I think, is coming to work not knowing exactly what I'm going to be doing that day. I know that I'll be contacting a variety of people, and I'll have the opportunity to work with all sorts of different animals. Of course, we have a lot of domestic animals, but we have a massive variety of wildlife, and I find that enjoyable. I really enjoy doing investigations and certainly help animals that may not have their own voice and do what's right and try to make things right again.
391 arrival.
1333.
Within a year, we're usually responding to up to about 13,000 calls a year, and that's either response and action type calls or some sort of phone call that came in through dispatch or through our office. We're responding to hundreds of what we call welfare checks, so whether those are animals in vehicles, and then of course we have everything in between, wildlife and domestic related. So our office stays really busy and our officers are working very hard on a daily basis. So a day in animal protection is quite interesting. We're usually handling anywhere from 10 to 25 calls a day. Sometimes in our busy seasons, such as now, it can be even busier. And those can be all sorts of calls, whether it's wildlife management or mitigation, some sort of maybe serious investigation, obtaining a warrant, or simple things helping people with nuisance issues, whether they're private property owners or community members in the area.
You know, we really like what we do. We like working with animals. We love working with the public as well. That's an important aspect. But you know, it's really enjoyable to work with animals and some of the cases that we have to deal with. So it certainly attracts a certain personality and type of person. Who doesn't like working with animals, you know? When we're dealing with dogs in vehicles, we're doing a lot of education because most people aren't intending on hurting their animal, yet it's such a dangerous and volatile situation.
Our education is really important when we have face-to-face contact with somebody, and that's usually the most important time that we have where we can do some education with somebody, whether that's responding to a call, dealing with some sort of investigation or follow-up. But when we have that intimate time with somebody, that's when we can do a lot of education, when we have that face time. We've got a lot of brochures that we've created, dog bite prevention, barking dog issues, how to be a good guardian, all sorts of different publications that we've created and made available on our website. Years ago, I got into animal protection primarily because I kind of had a realization that I wanted to work with animals. My wife and I had a dog that had gotten skin cancer, and we started going to CSU, and I really fell in love with the animal welfare industry. And it just so happened that an opening position was available at the Humane Society. This is my hometown, and I thought, what could be a better place to do animal protection than in my hometown in Boulder? And it's been over 9 years since, and I couldn't be happier.